You guys know that I'm someone who loves unveiling videos and how clubs announce their new signings, and that is why I started today's video with how Simba FC managed to announce Ghanaian international Augustine OKRAH. In today's edition of News Daily, we're going to talk about Augustine OKRAH, who has moved from the Ghana Premier League to Tanzania, and also talk about Thomas Partey, go straight to Chelsea, and also talk something about Chelsea's new signing and other conversations as far as football is concerned. My name is Delali Frankaute. If it's your first time here, can hit on the subscription button and let's build this community together. Let's go straight into today's edition of News Day. So we start from the camp of Bechem United, where Augustine OKRAH, who was one of the top performers in the Ghana Premier League, has moved from Bechem United to Tanzania. So the Tanzania giant Simba FC officially announced the signing of Ghanaian attacker Augustine OKRAH from Bechem United for an undisclosed amount. Simba reached an agreement with the Ghanaian club for the services of the experienced winger ahead of the 2022-2023 season about a month ago. OKRAH signed a 2-year deal with Simba after passing medicals and also agreeing personal terms with the Tanzania side. OKRAH, who is now considered as the legend of Bechem United, joined the club from Kumasi Santa Cruz ahead of the 2021-2022 season. OKRAH led Bechem United to place third on the Ghana Premier League and also took them all the way to the finals of the MTN FA Cup, where unfortunately he received a red card and cost its team in this space. And this happens to be the second time a Ghanaian top performer this season has moved to a different country. I'm talking about Yawano, who left to Egypt, and then Augustine OKRAH is also leaving the Ghana Premier League. Maybe one day we'll talk about why players leave the Ghana Premier League and go to other. So the next top story, I don't know how this news becomes a good news, but circumstances has made it a good news. That Thomas Partey has been named in Arsenal's squad that will be traveling to USA for the preseason tour. Arsenal named the 33-man squad ahead of their preseason squad, which has the Ghanaian midfielder Thomas Partey, who has been named in the squad for the tour in the United States. An earlier report by the Times suggested that Thomas Partey and 2 other Arsenal first-team players would miss out on the trip. However, all the 3 players were named in the squad, which departs London earlier today. It will be recorded that Partey missed out on Arsenal's recent tour when they went to Germany to go and play a friendly game. And it comes after multiple rumors indicating that the player is currently facing some few challenges. But I don't know why a player being named as a squad becomes a good news, but because of the circumstances we find ourselves and the fact that Ghanaians have been worried about Thomas Partey, to see him in the squad is a sign of relief and also comes as a good news. So I'm here to tell you all that Partey is in the squad for us now. So let's move to the next story where we talk about a Ghanaian who was on the score sheet. I'm talking about Ghanaian striker Felix Afena. So Afena was on target for his side AS Roma in a friendly game against Southampton. It was a preseason game, and the striker came from the bench to score a goal in the 78th minute and also went ahead to provide an assist for the second goal. This comes after Afena extended his contracts with AS Roma. It has been rumored and there's multiple reports that Afena will be leaving the club, but it looks as if Jose Mourinho has a strong belief in this young chap. And for me, I think it's a very good news and a very refreshing one ahead of the season, clearly telling you that Mourinho believes in the talent of the young chap. And it's always good to see Ghanaian players play at that higher level and compete and perform very well. Let's go to the next story where we'll talk about an interview that the head coach of the Black Stars, Otuado, granted with BBC World. Otuado has indicated that there's no pressure on the Black Stars as we go ahead to go and compete in the World Cup. Otuado believes that Ghana, if you look at all the teams that are going to represent the nations in the World Cup, Ghana still remains the least ranked. Clearly tells you that nobody expects a lot from us and nobody expects a lot from him and his side. He says that there's less pressure on him, but I do think there's less pressure on him and his squad. Kwe, this is Ghana for you. Once you are in the squad and you are going to play, there's pressure. Let's listen to Otuado and what he said about pressure on his team and the squad.
At the end, it's a football match, and pressure is something different. And the way I grew up and what I saw also in my time when I was in Ghana, we have to be clear at the end it's sport, and pressure is something different. If you don't know what you eat the next day, and I had a lot of friends which were in that stage. This is real pressure. And even though they were in this situation, they were laughing, they were dancing. So for me, it's just a big honor to be in this position. I will try my best for us to have success, and there's nothing more, nothing less. I think in the FIFA World Rank listing, we are at the last position. I know there was a lot of pressure on that game against Nigeria, but at the end, we had nothing to lose. From where we came from, nobody expected us to qualify. We qualified. So I know that when we get to the World Cup, nobody except the Ghanaians will expect something big from us. So there's really no pressure for us. Like I said, we are at the last position of all. We're even behind, with all due respect, but behind Qatar and other nations. And so we can only win.
Great. I think Otwadu believes that there's no pressure on him. Nobody expects them to go and win the World Cup. So what can you say? Let's go to the next story. Let's talk about this. Okay, yeah. Blue is the color, football is the game, and the jersey behind me. So I decided to rep Chelsea full because of a good news. So multiple reports suggest that Chelsea have signed the dotted lines with Koulibaly, who is from Napoli. This is a player that Chelsea has chased for so long, but it became very prominent when Rudiger left the club and went to Real Madrid, and then Christensen also left Chelsea to go and sign for Barcelona. At this point, Chelsea needs a centre back, and it is believed that Chelsea have agreed terms with Koulibaly from Napoli. The Senegalese has signed a deal which it is believed that is around 40 million pounds for Napoli. And then Napoli has agreed the terms, and then the defender has also agreed with Chelsea on personal terms. That is a very good news because he's going to join his countryman, Edouard Mendy. Maybe Edouard Mendy did the agent's job for Chelsea, and now Chelsea has a defender. At this point, what Chelsea really need is a defender, and I'm very happy, and I'm sure that Chelsea fans are happy that the club now has a defender. So this is where you're going to bring today's news to an end. But let's do a recap. We talked about Thomas Partey being included in Arsenal squad finally, and comes as a relief for everybody. OKRAH has also left the Ghana Premier League and going to Tanzania to go and continue his journey. He's 28 years old and he's leaving the Ghana Premier League. It's very important for the development of the young chap. And also talking about the Black Stars head coach Otwadu, who suggests or who says that there's no pressure on him and his squad. My name is Elale Frankaute. If you watched us out to the end of the video, we say thank you. And also make sure that you subscribe and share for any other person to watch. Let me also know what you think in the comment section. But until we meet again, my name is Elale Frankaute. Bye bye for now.